Welcome to the Tuttle and Klein Show.
He's so Calvin-y. He's the most Calvin-y person in the Calvin world.
I thought
Definitely.
you were gonna go the most Calvin-y of all.
The most, I was going to get there.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
He is the most Calvin-y of them all. Hello, Kevin Klein.
hi there, Timmy T. How are you, buddy?
I am well, sir. I am well. As we roll into December and Kev, another time flowing through the hourglass, the sands flowing through the hourglass at a rapid rate. Today is Timmy Tuttle's birthday, 9 years old.
Holy smokes! You know what? I saw a video of him the other day.
Did you?
That kid is huge.
He's so big.
Oh my God!
Kev, you know Dallas is big too. But the clothes that Dallas was just wearing last year when he was 12 years old, Timmy fits into it now.
You know what I really liked about the video that I saw of Timmy, though, and it was of his brother Ricky surprising him being from back home from the Air Force, was how soft he is, how emotionally just kind he is.
Oh yeah,
You can totally tell.
He's a big teddy bear. He's very sensitive. He's very in tune with it, with the world, and you know he's got a lot of apathy and sympathy, and he has a huge soul.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, he's an older soul, but yeah, he's a great human being.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, I was I was with Ricky and Erica and the whole family this weekend. We were at Top Golf yesterday.
Oh, nice. How'd you hit him?
Smoked a few. At first I was just going to be smooth. I'm going to take a 7-iron. I'm going to smooth it about 165, just nice little swings. And then, we had 2 bays of people and there were people that were cranking. And I was like, oh, fuck it. Let me crank here. Let me show them my Babe Ruth.
There you go. Yep.
So, put a couple against the net.
Where's Ricky stationed? Is he overseas?
He's in South Korea.
South Korea.
Yeah, Ricky is Timmy and Dallas's brother.
Yeah,
older brother, Erica's first son, and he is in the Air Force, stationed in South Korea. He works. I think he's going to do 4 more years, and he works on ejection seats for the pilots.
Oh, how cool!
Well, that's when I say that, when I hear that, I say the same thing. But he's like, yeah, I didn't think this over. It's like one of the only jobs that you can have that doesn't translate in the real world because we're the only ones that have fucking ejection seats, the Air Force.
Yeah, okay, true.
Yeah, he's like everybody else in the Air Force, everything they're doing can transfer over into the real world. They can immediately get a decent paying gig.
Yeah, but he's mechanically inclined now, though, so he could probably parlay that into a construction or a handyman sort of thing.
No, he's going to be a lawyer. He wants to go to law school.
Oh, cool.
Because that's all he's getting. I mean, he's getting so much money for college right now.
Yeah.
And by the time he gets out, he should have his bachelor's degree in 4 years already, and he'll just go to law school, and it's paid for.
Jag.
He's got so much money from the U.S. military and the Defense Department for college that he can walk into the gift shop in the bookstore before the semester to go, hey, Shakespeare on me.
Does he ever talk about being over in South Korea with the threat of North Korea?
What I asked him is, Kevin, I don't know if you knew this or not, but and you probably maybe even we're going to cover this today when you brief me on stuff happening in the world. But I was trading, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday of last week.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trading and suddenly everything got really volatile, huge up and down market. Thank God. I was just about to take a setup that I probably would have taken a bath on, got hit hard, but I didn't take it. Because a candle didn't close right. I need one of my candles to close right.
Okay.
And seconds later, and it was due to martial law being declared in South Korea.
Yep. Yeah.
And I was asking him about that. He goes, no, he was already on a plane headed back to the States.
Yeah. So martial law means that the government can go basically arrest you for pretty much anything, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh
They
yeah.
just they take over.
Yeah. But I think that the prime minister of South Korea actually curtailed that.
No, I think everybody else were just like, no, you're not declaring. We're not
Yeah.
going that way. Kind
Yeah.
of like what would happen here in America.
Yeah. Pretty much so.
If
Yeah.
they did martial law, you'd have everybody walking on their front lawn with their AR and their shotgun going, nah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, while we're talking about things that you might not know that happened, you're pretty accurate, Timmy, about some of the things you say. And I immediately thought of you when the United CEO got gunned down on his way over to an investors meeting. You heard about this, right?
Yeah, I did hear little inklings. I was hoping you'd fill in the details, though.
Yeah. Okay. So they have this. So the United Health CEO was going to an investors meeting, and somebody targeted him and shot him 3 times and killed him. And now the person that did it is on the run. 6 days now. This person's been on the run. Shot him dead near Central Park, and there's cameras all over the place, and they can't find this guy. However, they say that they know exactly where he was 10 days before, but they say they don't know who he is. Bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you totally know who he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, reaction has been pretty much 75% positive, 25%. Do you realize you're celebrating the death of a human? That's how much the insurance agency or the insurance industry is hated, that people are putting smile emojis up about this news story.
Oh, and yeah, you're alluding to the fact that I have made it clear that there's anger out there.
Right. That's what I was
And,
talking about.
and if you are a CEO or you are, a government honcho or something like that, I would be treading lightly in regards to your totalitarian fascism, your over profiteering, making money over doing the right things. I mean, Kev, I've never, and I hope nothing ever does break out. I don't want that to happen. Nobody wants violence.
Hmm?
As you've heard in many mafia movies, violence costs money.
Yeah.
We don't need that. We don't
No.
need violence. But you're in your little bubbles, in your in Gulfstream jets and on your yachts and in your country clubs and flying to away whatever islands you fly away to and do whatever you think you want to do at any time. And you think everything's okay and you live in that bubble when there is a lot of seething anger out there, Kev. Again, I hear just regular people, soccer moms and people who would usually have nothing to do with even speaking this way, that are just like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck them, fuck you, fuck, 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 fuck. That's not good for people in power positions.
No, but I've read a considerable amount of information on this. There are some in law enforcement who say this guy will never be caught. The perpetrator will never be caught. And one of the reasons why is because people will not turn him in. Because if 75% of people are smiling emoji on the social media posts, that means 75% of the people who are commenting would applaud this guy. And so they're pretty certain that they're not going to turn him in.
I don't think they're going to turn him. I don't think it's not a matter of turning him in. I think that, somebody knows something. I mean, Kev, everything is covered by cameras, particularly in that area that happened. They know
they have high definition pictures of his face.
They know who he is through facial recognition.
Well, actually, I read a little bit about facial recognition, and if he does not have a criminal record, he would not show up for any DNA. He wouldn't show up for any fingerprints, and his facial recognition wouldn't show up. So then, can they use his identification, his driver's license? No, they can't, because that's too grainy of a picture, apparently.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
I mean, he can easily be found. It sounds to me like somebody knows something that is very powerful and doesn't want something to happen as a result of him being arrested.
Well, they still say they don't have a motive, but the three bullets that he used had deny, defend, and something else. written on them. And Bill Burr wrapped it up so succinctly the other day when he was on a podcast. He said, everybody's talking about this CEO being such a good guy. He's like, yeah, okay. He makes $10 million a year, and he's named in a $120 million lawsuit for insider trading. But yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah. See, and that's another thing is all the insider trading thing.
Yeah.
There's seething anger about Congress being allowed inside trading. And yet the SEC will go out and get regular people for it.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing that's done every day in Congress. I mean, people are just sick of that, dude. People are angry.
Well,
and if the power structure does not cease doing what they're doing, I mean, there's just going to be a flashpoint eventually, and then it's going to be too late. There's nothing you can do.
Well, the day before this CEO was gunned down in New York, Anthem Blue Cross, which is one of the larger, not the largest, United Healthcare is, but Anthem Blue Cross in 3 states, New York, Connecticut, and Missouri, said that they were going to only cover anesthesia for patients up to a certain amount of time in the operating room. Okay. Yeah. Then the CEO of United Healthcare gets killed. And then the next day they say, hey, you know what? We're not going to do that. I thought the same thing you're thinking, though, Tim, that this is a screw you to the patient. I actually read an article on Vox.com that the patient was not going to get billed. This is because anesthesiologists, do you know what the average salary of an anesthesiologist is in America?
What is it? 800,000, 900,000?
475.
How much is it?
$475,000.
Dang, that's nice. That's sweet.
For an anesthesiologist, yeah. And you know why it's that high?
Why?
Because they overbill. Because they know that a surgery is going to take 2 hours, but if there's complications, they're overbilling by 2 more hours. So the insurance company has to cover that. Well, the insurance company, Anthem Blue Cross, was saying, you know what? We're only going to bill you for 2 hours because that's what it's supposed to take. They were not going to pass that on to the insurance or to the consumer. They were going to take that from the anesthesiologists and the doctors. Average salary of a doctor in America is $360,000. Average salary of a doctor in Germany, $160,000.
Again, the greed will kill you. I mean, now people are just like anesthesiologists. Okay.
Yeah, right.
And now if you're an anesthesiologist, you're looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, they were the ones, and I should have realized this. They were the ones the most vocal about the Anthem Blue Cross directive that they're, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, the American Association of Anesthesiologists came out and said, what a ridiculous policy.
Again, how many fucking yachts do you need?
Yeah.
It's just the greed. I mean, hey, man, if you look at what's going on in the world right now, you know that old saying that pigs get slaughtered.
That is correct.
Be careful. I mean, pigs are getting slaughtered. And if you are a pig just chowing down at the trough a little bit more than you should be, you're going to have to look over your shoulder, man. I mean, that's the world we're in now. There's anger.
If I was the CEO of a healthcare company, and I can say this because I know myself, I wouldn't accept $10 million salary per year. I just wouldn't. You're making that off of the backs of sick people.
Exactly. Kev, there are certain people that have gigs where they do nothing productive. They're only making money off of the anguish and pain of others. And if you are making an excessive amount of money off the pain and the anguish of others, the universe will have a way of evening shit out.
Yeah. While we're on the topic of big salaries, Juan Soto signed last night.
Juan Soto, who did he sign with?
New York Mets, 15 years, $765.
Damn, dude, that's crazy.
$765 million over 15 years.
Wow. Okay, let me add that to baseball players to that list.
No, they're not. I don't begrudge him at all. He's providing entertainment. He's not making this off of the backs of sick people. So and seriously, Steve Cohen, the owner of the Mets, you know what his net worth is? $21 billion. This is couch change to him, man.
And Steve Cohen, he had some problems himself with insider trading.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
he's a hedge fund manager.
They shut his other hedge fund down because of violations.
Really?
It was actually encouraging. It was one of the few things where a billionaire was actually called out and actually had to pay a price.
How
which
much?
still to this day, I can't remember. They shut down they fined the shit out of him and they shut down his fund. But still to this day, Kev, 2008 subprime mortgage, nobody has been prosecuted.
I know that's a big sticking point with you. That's just,
And that just adds to the anger.
yeah. I want to get your opinion on where you stand on this one. So I can't remember how many years ago it was, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. There was an amusement park ride and a 13-year-old boy who weighs 300 pounds. And that is an important aspect of this story, his weight, 300 pounds at 13 years of age. They took him 20 stories up and he fell out of, remember that one?
Yes.
Okay. He died, but his family last week was awarded $310 million.
Why?
Well, number one, because they say that the operator of the amusement park ride was negligent for allowing him on because it had a under 300-pound weight limit.
I get that they're probably entitled to something, but why is it that fucking much? It's a 13-year-old kid.
At 300 pounds, he was already being recruited by several Division I football teams, and they are taking into consideration that perhaps he could have been a pro and made a lot of money for his family. $310 million is what they've been awarded. And that kind of brings me to my be honest for you.
Okay.
Be honest. Be honest.
Be honest. Would you sacrifice one of your kids for $310 million?
No.
Right?
Absolutely not, man.
Karma. It would come back to as karma. For me, I wouldn't do it because of karma. That's why. I mean, I live my life by karma. But,
I could not. Yeah. I mean, no. I'll make my own money. I want to keep my kids. They're really cool.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about Timmy earlier. I couldn't imagine. I mean, I don't have kids. I have a dog. I don't know if I'd sacrifice my dog. And you know what? Humans are more important than dogs.
Hey, Kev, listen.
Yeah.
I have great kids.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sacrificing anything for my kids, but there's a lot of shitty kids out there. I'm just saying, I can, quickly say, no, I'm not going to do it. But, from what I see in the neighborhood and in the world and in social media, there's probably a lot of parents out there that go, yeah, you know what? Things haven't turned out real good with little Ralphie.
310 can go a long way.
310 million without putting up with that little asshole. I mean, my son.
So you're astute and you're great with numbers. Do you really think that family will see 310 million ever?
No, there'll be appeals and all that shit.
Yeah.
That's just the law firm went too far with it.
Uh-huh.
Just say, hey, look, and what you can go in and do now is just say, hey, look, you write a check for $8 million. The law firm gets $5 million. We'll give the family for $3 million, and they can fuck off.
Yeah. Well, speaking of law firms, Tony Buzbee is under fire. Tony Buzbee, a very prominent Houston attorney who has 200 people suing P. Diddy, and he is now named Jay-Z in the saying that Jay-Z and P. Diddy back in 2000 something raped a 13-year-old. And Jay-Z is going on the offensive, man. Jay-Z
really?
He's on the attack, man. Questioning everything about Tony Buzbee, saying, you're a Marine. I thought Marines were honorable. You're coming after me for this stuff. He goes, now I got to explain to my kids the erroneous accusations that you're making against me. Buzbee has, Jay-Z has the money to fight back. I mean, Buzbee must have some kind of evidence. Yeah. Well, Diddy would have had the money, except that he's burning through that stuff right now.
No, he can't. You can't handle that's a massive amount.
Yeah.
He Deshaun Watsoned it to the nth power.
Uh-huh.
Where it's like, hey, man, I make a lot of cake. Oh, hey, I made a lot of cake, but I don't have it. Kind of like me with my marriages. Yeah.
Oops.
Kev, be honest.
Yes.
Have you ever thought about plotting like a major heist or crime just to see if you could pull it off?
Oh, all the time.
Oh yeah, you're the Kevin. Kevin had the serial killer 50 states scenario.
Yeah. Kill somebody in each state, and you do it in the order in which they were admitted into the union. Okay, and
Yeah,
you only do it in capital cities. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had it. I've got it all planned. I actually talked to a state trooper in Missouri who was undercover vice. He goes, "Yeah," he goes, "if that's the only clues you're going to give," he goes, "you could go forever." He
Now
says,
Kevin wouldn't actually do that. Kevin has a conscience, but he has a dark mind that thinks that way.
"Yeah, oh no, Trish and I were just talking about this last night." Yeah, because I'm getting the runaround on from a customer service company, and I told her, I said, you know what? They need to start paying to the United Healthcare CEO situation. I said, you know what? I would love to kill this motherfucker. I really would. And you know what?
Wow.
And you know what? I'd be glad to do it because that would be one less customer service asshole that could screw the rest of the population over.
You're
She's like,
doing the world good.
yeah. She's like, you don't really mean that. I'm like, of course I don't mean it, but that thought's there.
Oh yeah, I mean, everybody has dark thoughts. If anybody's listening to this right now and you're like, "Oh my God, I can't even believe you guys are talking about this. Murder and serial killing in 50 states by the order that they joined the union. This is dark stuff." Bullshit if you don't think the same way sometimes.
Stephen King is a multimillionaire because he has thoughts like this.
Kev, one of the funniest bits Bill Burr did is like, "Hey, you don't do it, but you ever just think, you're driving down the road, you see a bunch of people on the side of the road, and it's how you could just change everything just by taking your steering wheel and going."
Yeah.
I mean, you don't do it, but you think it.
Of course. Yeah.
It's like I'm pulling out of the grocery store last week, and one of the armored cars there.
Uh-huh.
Got the back hatches open. You could see the money bags right there. For about a 4-second period of time, that thing was wide open, and there's nobody guarding it just for about 4 seconds. They did a walk around.
That's
and
4
I just
seconds
thought,
too long.
And Kev, I just thought to myself, because I'm passing by the thing during that 4 seconds. It's like I could have, one of my kids, probably one of the faster ones. I'd probably go with Jonas, maybe even Dallas. He's picking up some speed.
Okay.
And I'd just be like, go. And then boom, it just happens like that. And nobody knows anything.
Yeah.
And I even found myself, Kevin, it's so weird. I even found myself like looking around. I did a circle around afterwards because I'm just so curious. That was a blind spot for cameras too.
Really?
Yeah.
Man,
Now, I don't know what cameras were actually on the armored vehicle, though.
Oh, yeah, true.
There may be some on there, but man, just like that, 4 seconds, boom, boom, boom. Grab 2 bags, each bag $250,000. You have $500,000 in 4 seconds.
There you go.
Now, of course, I would never do that.
No.
I like my freedom, but the mind goes there.
It does. Yeah, it does. I mean, one of the very early stand-up comedy routines that Jim Carrey ever did, he's talking about different things, like, should I go over there and break that guy's arm? Your conscience says no, but you're like, maybe.
Kev, I get that all the time in my head. It's just like where it's like somebody is being annoying. Somebody's being you know how it is, Kev. At this point in the world in 2024, December of 2024, I would estimate that approximately 75, maybe 80% of people on the planet over the age of 12 years old think that they are the center of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of us are two-dimensional cardboard cutouts that hit the ground after, they leave the room.
Yeah. Dude, social media is the cause for that.
Oh,
everybody's a celebrity now.
Bad parenting, social media.
Yeah. Yeah, no, everybody thinks they're a celebrity because they have their own YouTube channel. They have their own social media page.
And Kev, I think about it all the time when I see one of those people being one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, man, how easy would it be for me, a bigger dude, just to walk over real fast, snap the neck, and walk away?
Yeah, no,
and do the world a fucking favor.
Yeah, I mean, in a car, it is so bad too. People just don't even care anymore.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know, Kev. I know.
That's one of the reasons why I bought a Corvette, so that I won't ram somebody.
Oh,
I don't want to hurt my car.
My dad used to say this, and I got to say, I got to agree with him. If a doctor ever has a chat with me and says, Tim, you got only 6 months to live. There's nothing we can do. Bad prognosis. I'm like, I'm going to have fun for 6 months.
Uh-huh. You've said that to me on numerous occasions.
I am going to do a lot of, I'm going to do the world a lot of good in that 6 months.
Now, here's the difference between Tim and me, okay? Tim's going to go out and have some fun. I talked to my psychiatrist about this the other day, and I said, you know what? I'm going out on my own terms. And he's like, well, if you ever get terminal and you need assisted suicide, he goes, I'll write that letter. Yeah, he said that.
That's awesome, buddy. You gotta like it. You gotta like it when they have a sense of humor, man.
Oh, no, he's serious. Yeah, no, he's an advocate for assisted suicide, and he says, I will write that letter for you.
I always, Kev, I always get a little worried when they're too enthusiastic about it.
Oh, no, he's not enthusiastic. He's just saying that, should it ever come to that, he says, you've got an advocate in me. And he says, if you ever want to go that route and you're terminal, then he goes, I will sign that paper for you.
See, I'm not going to do that, man. I'm going to go even shit out. I'm going to go hunting. Kev, I will try to take out as many dicks as I can take out.
Yeah. No, they're easily spottable these days.
Oh my God, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
And when when the time comes when I start spitting blood, you get to that point when you're in terminal illness.
Yeah.
Then it's just like, just give me the minigun, the machine gun.
Say hello to my little friend.
You were all assholes.
Wow. 2 weeks before Christmas, and this is our talk.
Yeah, no, hey, we got one more next week, the one before Christmas. It'll be a lot less dark than this one, all right?
Yeah, so it'll be all about the baby Jesus.
No, it will not.
No.
Because the baby Jesus does not want to be associated with us.
Yeah, he's going back and going, why'd we create them?
Yeah, Jesus is up there going, let the little children come to me, except those assholes.
But hey, even Jesus has a dark side.
Definitely.
Of course he does.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a little bit of a dark side.
Yeah. I mean, he was so wrapped up in saving humanity, he really did want to go down there and kick punch his pilot's ass. But he was
totally.
like, you know what? I got to do this for the good of humanity. So
Yeah. He gets like, hey man, I walk on water and can turn fish into loaves into huge. Yeah, I could easily drop down from this shit. Have this cross. Oh yeah, you nailed my hands, man. Oh, I don't give a fuck. I can do it, but I'm not gonna, because Dad said I can't.
And there's your religious aspect of the Tuttle and Klein show.
Yeah, there you go. Shit.
Oh my God, dude.
Let's move on to football here real quick, Kev.
Yeah.
I got to say this, for the first time in its inglorious history, the NCAA did the right thing.
Keeping Alabama out.
Keeping Alabama out. SMU deserved it. You can't have 3 losses, especially with 2 of the losses against Vanderbilt and Oklahoma unranked teams.
That's correct, sir.
And I just had a funny feeling that NCAA is more about the brand than the right thing. And I thought that they were gonna fuck SMU, but they did not.
Well, we can thank Clemson for that, for pulling the upset in the ACC championship. If Clemson would not have won, then Alabama may have gotten in.
They still wouldn't deserve to go in.
No, they wouldn't have deserved it.
And I want to say this real quick, because I know we have some of our Alabama listeners that listen to podcast and watch the podcast. I like the Crimson Tide.
Mm-hmm.
I do. And as somebody that likes the Crimson Tide, I wouldn't want them to get in because they would be hated more than they've ever been hated, Kev. I don't think Bama would survive going in.
Probably not. Yeah.
There would be such a backlash against the University of Alabama that they wouldn't want that smoke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it was actually a good thing for Alabama that you didn't get like snuck in because you have a great brand.
Well, I was looking at ESPN.com the other day after the playoffs, the 12 teams were announced, and I think there was like 10 experts made their predictions. And Tim, honestly, like 75% of them, like at 3 and 4, think that the national championship game is going to be Oregon Notre Dame.
Yeah, you know what the best thing about the NIL and the portal era? There is no clear 100% path for any of these teams.
No, not at all.
I mean, okay, let's be legit. Out of the 12 teams, there is a solid, and this is good, there's a solid 7-8 that could win it.
Yeah. Oregon for sure.
You just got to get hot.
That's it. I mean, Arizona State's proving that.
Yeah, exactly. And, and Arizona State is one of the teams that I don't think can do it because they almost lost to Texas State.
Yeah.
In San Marcos earlier this year. I mean, Audrey, who until last week was assistant athletic director at Texas State, is just like, oh man, we almost had Arizona State, and here they are.
Yeah.
I don't even have them as one of those teams, but yeah, you're right. They are getting hot right now.
Yep.
But I don't see them surviving even surviving game one. The winner of Tennessee, Georgia, I think it is Tennessee, Georgia plays them.
I think so, yeah.
And either of those teams are going to spank Arizona State.
Probably so.
I think. But Kev, legit. I mean, Tennessee can win. Georgia can win. Notre Dame can win. Obviously Oregon can win. And
Texas, Penn State.
Texas, Penn State can win. You can even add another one or two.
Yeah. That's what's going to be fun.
Yeah. I love this. This is great.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a long time coming.
This is how it should be. In terms of the NFL, what are you laughing at?
The Chiefs, dude.
What are your thoughts?
Oh, my thoughts are that I mean you can't set up. You saw how they won last night, right? They won 19-17 over the Chargers at home in Arrowhead, and the kicker, who's a replacement kicker, who they just picked up this week, his fourth field goal to win the game with time expiring, hits the upright and doinks in. That's how they won. You know what? It's just some things are just meant to be, apparently, and them winning is just meant to be.
I just think that they just don't know how to lose. They forgot how to lose.
Yeah.
Obviously they lost to the Bills a couple of weeks ago, but they're just like, hey man, that's what we do. We just win.
Uh-huh. And there is something to be said about confidence going into anything.
Absolutely.
It's a manifestation.
To be in a situation where you have as a mindset, and not just a few guys, their whole team, their whole coaching staff is like, we are never out of it.
No, never.
Never out of it. That's how good we are, is we are never out of it.
Yeah.
They just know how to win.
Well, a lot of that stems from Andy Reid being one of the all-time greats. And then Patrick Mahomes he refuses, man. He just refuses to get beat.
Yeah. They're kind of like, right now, they're kind of like Max Verstappen.
Oh, from Formula One.
On Formula One, he just like, I just know how to win.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm never out of it. I'll figure out a way to win this thing.
Uh-huh.
They're both in that zone. The Chiefs and Max are both in that zone. It's like, I pretty much can be, middle of the pack, halfway through the race. I'm still going to figure out a way to win it.
Well, heck, sometimes he'll put himself in the middle of the pack just for the challenge.
Yeah. He probably is like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I mean, I make $100 million a year, $200 million a year. I got a hot model, wife. I mean, I got to do something to give myself some kind of adversity here, because I got to do something. Here's what I'm going to do on this next lap. I'm going to try to do a couple donuts and then see if I can still win.
That's right. I'll catch up to him.
I'm going to stop on lap 14, get out of my car, go shake some hands of some of the spectators, and get back in my car and see if I can still win.
There it is.
That's where he's at right now.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And then I just, sometimes the NFL defies logic. How can a team like Buffalo get beat by a team like the Rams? I didn't see that one coming.
Anything can happen.
And then did you see? You'll love this one. I don't know if you saw this, but the Panthers played the who'd they play?
Panthers play Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, yeah. Philadelphia went off at plus 800 to 1.
Yeah.
Some guy bet $3.1 million that they would win. His payout was only 400,000.
Oh, I know. Well, Kev, that's a game that I took because it was minus 14. It was like Philadelphia is going to win by 14 or more. And I'm like, bullshit. I took Carolina. These are professional players. These are NFL players. To think that another team, hey, going into the game, we're going to win by more than 14 is ridiculous. Always take a big inflated underdog like that.
But this guy was just betting it straight up.
Oh, yeah. On the money line.
Why would you do that?
Never.
$3.1 million to win 400,000?
Never, ever in the NFL. You can do that stuff in college ball because you can find, hey, man, this team is going to fucking win.
Yeah.
All right, they may not cover the spread, but they're going to win the game. But not in the NFL, man. I mean, those are professional players, and like you saw in the Buffalo LA Rams, there are no guarantees.
No, none.
I mean, it's the parity that's built into that league. It's just automatic parity.
Yeah.
Like a team that's lost 3 in a row going against a team that's won 5 in a row, and you think to yourself, "Oh my God, the team that won 5 in a row definitely win this game." Well, what you don't factor in is that team that's lost 3 in a row, they're under fucking pressure and they're angry. The coaching staff is feeling pressure. It's like, "Hey man, we got to keep our jobs," and they come out steaming.
Mm-hmm.
And the 5-game winning streak team, they're getting a little complacent. Oh man, we can't be beat. We kick some ass, And these are professionals where the talent levels are so close that you can't. Nothing is an automatic.
No, not at all. Not at all. Dallas even proved that a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, exactly. I mean, Dallas tonight. I got the Bengals minus 5.5 because Joe Burrow is just unbelievable.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah,
that dude throws dimes. But if they lose, it doesn't shock me at all.
Right.
It's a Monday night game. Things are a little different when you're the focus. All the attention's on you. That's a big primetime thing. So that adds to the heart's beating a little faster. The eyes are getting a little wider. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dallas probably mad as hell that they can't win at home and have been blown out left and right. They're a little bit pissed off. I mean, nothing is guaranteed at all. That being said, Cincinnati should kick their ass, but you never know.
Never do know. Nope.
Yeah.
Never do.
Hey, Kev, I got to tell you this story.
Yeah, please.
I have a new fear.
I didn't think you had fears at all.
Just got unlocked this past weekend. Yeah, I'm usually pretty, steady, even keel.
Yeah.
For the last 15 years, I've been, dating and been in relationships with younger women.
Right. Yeah.
And that's not been a problem at all. I mean, as a matter of fact, it's been a lot of fucking fun. It's never been an issue like meeting the parents with the age difference.
Okay.
I mean, we'll start off Erica. Erica and I, 9 years difference. That's not that many. It's not that bad.
Right.
Ben had no problem with it. There was no issue. So that was cool.
Uh-huh.
Then my next one was Laura. I'm 12 and a half years older than Laura.
Okay.
Both our parents are dead.
Yeah. So no problem there.
Very convenient.
Very.
I was engaged to Taryn in 2021. She was 23 at the time.
Okay.
Fortunately for me, her dad, whose name was Tim also, they were estranged.
I see. Okay.
There was like a lawsuit going on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a bad thing. So I didn't have any problems there.
Uh-huh.
I've been bonding pretty good with quote unquote Thanksgiving single mom that I've been seeing.
Thanksgiving girl. Okay.
And she floated this past week, hey, I really like, maybe my parents are supposed to come into town for Christmas. I think maybe we should, get together. Maybe you can meet them or something like that. And Kev, the record needle scratch immediately. And she could see it too on my face, that I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
And she goes, well, I don't, I'm not putting any pressure on a relationship or anything like that. Cause I've told her that right off the top, I'm not a relationship guy.
Uh-huh.
I'm not, I'm bad at it. It's cost me enormously for the past decade and a half of my life. I am not looking for that. But, she's like, hey, I get it, but they're just going to be in town and, we live so close by and I'm having such good time with you, and I talk about you, and I tell them about you and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh boy, you're really fucking digging your grave here.
But if they already know about you, what's the fear?
It's not a fear. It's just like, it's just like a discomfort. Let's say that. It's not a fear. It's a discomfort.
Uh-huh.
And she says it's okay. She says, hey, my dad is older than you. It's not really,
Oh, okay.
She's 32 and her dad's older than me.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm like, that may be cool on paper to you, but I assure you it's not with your dad.
You don't
I
think
said,
so?
no, because think of it this way, Kevin, this is the absolute truth. When her dad was a senior in high school, I was a sophomore.
Yeah. Okay.
And I guarantee you 100% that that's the thing that's going through his head.
Probably so. But I mean, look at Belichick. He's 77. His girlfriend's 23.
Yeah.
Look at Mick Jagger. Look at Al Pacino.
Belichick meeting his girlfriend's parents.
Yeah, exactly.
I got kids younger than you. Or kids older than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just dawned on me when she brought that up that that's the first time that this has become a thing.
So where do we stand? Are you going to meet him?
I don't know, man. She's going to watch this, so I will say, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But Kevin, if you know me the way you know me, you know exactly what's going to happen.
I do know exactly what's going to happen.
Jeez, I had to take off to Austin, hang out with Audrey,
Yeah, Jonas has an internship up there this summer. We're looking for places for him.
Colorectal cancer has reared its ugly head, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. I'm just kidding. She's going to watch this. I'm just kidding.
But she's got a great sense of humor, you told me.
She does. She'll laugh at it. And then she'll be like, so really,
So what time are you coming over?
Yeah, we're going to make the nog. We're going to have the nog. I got a stocking with your name on it already at my place.
So, I mean, not to get too personal, but how do you get along with the kid?
Oh, he's a good kid.
Awesome.
I mean, he's not Tuttle good kid.
Uh-huh.
That's hard. But he's all right. He's an all right little boy. We get along fine.
So he's not a $310 million kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a 310er, Klein.
That's so funny. That'll be our code, like from now on going forward.
Yeah, I met a 310er.
Yeah, got all these non-310ers up in my shit.
Awesome.
All right, Kev. Let's do a top three.
Just when you thought they couldn't count any higher, it's Tuttle and Klein's top three.
We'll get a little bit festive since we haven't been festive at all, and we're in that Christmas season. Kev, top three most memorable Christmas gifts you got when you were a kid. The gifts when you woke up and saw them and you were like, oh, fucking cool, man. I'm nailing Christmas this year.
Oh, you're gonna love this one. It was a yellow Schwinn bike with a black banana seat.
Oh, I remember those.
Oh yeah, man.
Love those.
Yeah.
Did you have the bent bars? The bent handlebars?
Oh, like the ape hangers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I remember that exact bike. I mean, that exact bike back in like the mid 70s. That was a huge bike.
That was a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
I got a Coho hockey stick one year, and it was the Coho brand model that Wayne Gretzky used. So it had a little Wayne Gretzky signature on it. I remember that one. That was a big deal for me. And then maybe Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
that's one of mine too.
Oh, who didn't love that?
Let me tell you, kids, I know you have all of your off the stratosphere technology now with, the gaming and all that stuff. But in the mid 70s, when an American boy got this lame ass shit right here, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, I played that, Kev, for probably 13 hours.
Yeah.
After I got him, I was taking on everybody. I was walking around the house going, Mom, let's go. Oh, Tim, I'm trying to make the Christmas meal here. There, Tim. No, come on. No, let's go, Mom. You're red guy. Let's go.
Yeah, it was red and blue.
Red and blue. I was always blue.
Okay.
Yeah, Kev. Even then, I said, red means you're losing money. Well, I'm not doing red.
No, he never liked the color red.
I'd never do red. If somebody hands me something with red ink on it, I'm like, oh, can't do it. Oh. I can't use a red pen, red marker, none of that shit. But yeah, I was always blue guy, and I loved Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And I walked around the house, and I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, that was a great game.
And I tried to set it up that within the entire Tuttle family, from that point on, any dispute or disagreement that we had, we just Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Uh-huh. Yeah, great way.
Tina stomped on the game, though.
Of course.
She knew I loved the game. She knew I loved Rock'em Sock'em Robots, and in a fit of rage for, I guess, me walking into her bedroom and touching her albums, her Spheris and Volduris, her Bee Gees albums, or, oh, wait, Andy Gibb.
Gibb.
Oh, wait, Leif Garrett, his album. She had to make a beeline to my room and crush my Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Tina.
I've never gotten over that.
Never has.
Yeah, another one was, I don't know if you remember this or not. They had the electric vibrating football game.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome until you actually played it once.
Was that Klinko? Or Klinko or something?
I can't remember. Kids, again, you guys have all this great technology. A salute to you. We had tried to entertain ourselves with, you would plug in a football field and have these little figurine football players on it, and you'd press a button and the thing would start vibrating and moving your players around.
Yeah, it was chaos.
And sometimes, you got your runner goes backwards immediately and runs to the other end zone like fucking Ron Wade Feldman.
I remember that game.
But I remember just being so excited. I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. I wanted this so bad. And then I played it once. I'm like, oh my God, this is so fucking lame.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was also the same Christmas. I got the ColecoVision hand game. Remember the football?
Yes.
That was awesome.
That's a good one.
That's it. That was a secondary, like a second tier gift, but ended up being my most attentive gift that year.
Well, yeah, because you could actually control it instead of a vibrating magnet.
So lame. Wasn't that lame?
Yeah.
I can't believe they sold millions of those too.
Oh, yeah, they did.
And they disappointed millions of little boys all throughout the nation.
Did you ever have one of those hockey games where you had the levers on the end and they had their little
yes.
Yeah, I like that one.
That was okay.
Yeah, it was all right.
Again, you can control it.
Yeah.
But not like an electric vibrating football game. Disappointing more American boys than the Catholic priesthood.
Oh! Yeah.
Don't come at me. You know it's true.
That's right.
Catholic Church, don't fuck with me. You know it's true. I can't believe anybody goes to a Catholic church these days after that shit. I still can't believe it.
But wait a minute. Didn't you just go to confession?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to hear this. Bless me,
And
Father, for I have sinned. It's been 8 decades since I last visited.
Yeah, we'll cover that. We don't have enough time. I got to jump here in a little bit.
Okay. All right.
But we'll do that one next week. When I went to the confession for the first time since the Reagan administration. And I was surprised after the fact of how open I was, and you're going to get all those details.
Wow. Yeah. Well, confession usually is just between you and the priest. You're going to actually reveal?
Some of it.
Wow. Okay.
Not all of it. That'd be fucking stupid.
Yeah. Well, because, we can't absolve you.
Doesn't that like, oh, wait. I was thinking for a second that if you tell people about what you confessed with, you don't get your sins washed away. But no, that's if you tell people what your wish is after you blow out your birthday candle.
That's right. Yeah. You're confusing the two spirits.
Yeah. Oh, you can't tell me what you confessed to because now you won't be absolved. No, I will. We'll walk it. We'll hit that next week, Kev.
Great.
I promise. But what was I saying? I was going somewhere in my brain and I don't even know. Oh, I'm still on the top 3.
Yeah. You're still in top 3.
Kev, I don't know if you remember this or not. The Green Machine.
Oh, yes. It was the answer to the big wheel.
Yeah, it was the next step up for the big wheel. Once you grew out of the big wheel when you were a kid, you went into the Green Machine.
Yeah, this thing was amazing.
And that thing was awesome. It was a more levered gear steering thing. You got more speed. And Kev, this was a time when we had some really cool hills in the neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
Where you would just get to terminal speed and you pray to fucking God there's no car coming in the other way. we lost more kids that way.
But didn't your Green Machine meet a tragic demise?
What did you know about my Green Machine? What did I tell you?
At the hands of one Tina Tuttle.
Yes, John. I had actually forgotten all about that. I was just excited about getting a Christmas morning. But yes, indeed, there's a lot of trauma that Tina caused in my childhood, and frankly, I'm very surprised I'm able to speak with her. But time does heal all wounds.
Yes, it does. Time does heal.
But you don't forget.
No.
I've forgiven, but I haven't forgotten. Rock'em Sock'em Robots, rest in peace. Green Machine, rest in peace. And the worst was the kick in the head that she gave me when I was stuffing Sunday newspaper inserts into the outer part of the Sunday newspaper. The old kick in the head.
A kick in the head.
Yeah. Again, Kev, if Tina ever thought that you were in her room, there was no stopping her. She was a bull in the china shop coming at you. And you would just hope that you would survive the attack. I know it's coming. She's charging me like a bull right now. I know it's coming, and I'm going to take a beating. And as we heard from Henry Hill and Goodfellas, every so often you take a beating.
Yeah.
Right?
You just hope you live to tell about it.
Yeah, I want to be able to tell the story about this and use it in my comedy in the future. Just let me live, Tina. Just let me live.
Yeah, who cares that it's going to cost me thousands of dollars in therapy? Yeah.
All right, Kev. This has been a fantastic episode.
Man, it's gone by so fast.
It goes by so quickly. I know this is a little bit lighter time-wise, but I have something that I have to get going, and somebody's going to be here to do a little maintenance at my place.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we've been at it almost an hour.
Well, good. Okay. Well, you did get your full value then. So if you have any complaints whatsoever, again, keep in mind with the Tuttle and Klein podcast, we have this guarantee, 100% money back guarantee. Any money you've ever put in to listen to our podcast, if you're not fully satisfied, you will get every penny back.
That's right. Every penny.
Make sure you like us, follow us, download our stuff. Please subscribe to the podcast on whatever platform you are listening or watching on. Give us a rating. We love getting those 5-star ratings. Really, really help us grow the product. We got merchandise available on the Tuttle and Klein Facebook. We also have Tuttle and Klein Instagram that you can check out, a daily story pop that we do. And Kevin Klein, I guess what you're in regards to your other side project, the Fuzzy Mike.
Yeah.
You're still in retool for the end of the year mode. You're going to come out in 2025 cranked up.
That is correct, sir. It's unbelievably busy time of year right now for me. If you want to see what I've been up to, go follow the Drury University Panthers hockey team on Instagram. I made videos of every player on both the D1 and D3 team with their Christmas greetings. And man, it turned out really good, but it took a little bit of time.
I get it. Plus, Snowdrop Foundation, you've got some holiday stuff coming up. You do it every single year. For people who are interested and want to help out, obviously, kids with cancer, come on. Yeah. I mean, if you're given to any charity, it's got to be kids with cancer, right? What is the festivities that Snowdrop Foundation has going on right now?
You can go to snowdropfoundation.org and you can donate that way, or you can just see what we got going on. But we've got our annual 55-hour race happening on September the 30th, going to January 1st in the mid-afternoon. So I'll be in town, buddy. Hopefully we'll be able to see each other.
Yeah. And also keep in mind, if you see Kevin Klein at that 55, know that his Corvette is being taken care of by me.
Of course it is.
I'll be babysitting the Corvette.
Yeah, he's changed his name to Tim Verstappen.
That's it for this episode of the Tuttle and Klein Show. See you this Wednesday for an all-new episode. And you can get more Klein on his podcast, The Fuzzy Mike, with new episodes on Tuesday. Stay fuzzy, friends. And thanks for listening to the Tuttle and Klein Show. Yo. All right, take the yo out.